Testing, testing, one, two, three. Hello, and welcome to the Bluayado channel. I'm not going to tell you guys that I recorded this already, but my sound was off. So, this is take two. I've been away for a while, but let me just say, Yieldmax is my life, and now I am currently unemployed, living off of passive income, and getting my bills down to a point where I just have to pay a few bills a month. All the credit cards are finished. Car payment is finished. I just have my mortgage, light and internet, and maintenance for my condo. But I'm not going to say that was the easy route. I did do, firstly, you got to work to make money in order to be able to do this, right? So I have been working for over 25 years. 401ks, you know, are there for you to put in money and also your employee to put in money. So it's two people putting money towards your retirement. Also, they have Ross, which is supposed to be tax deferred. Or you're not supposed to get a penalty or anything unless you take it out before 49 and a half. I mean, for 59 and a half. And then you can win a lottery, right? You can get an inheritance. You can inherit a house, life insurance, sadly to say, um, an accident that got you a big payout, something like that. But you have to have money to make money. I don't see where you didn't do anything and you could have money to be able to invest in stock market. Stock market, some people say is equivalent to gambling, which could be true. So, if you're a person that doesn't like to take risks, Yield Max ETFs will not be the place for you to be. But if you are willing to take a risk, these securities pay out a lot of money per month. So they did hear that they're very risky, so they did make a new one, which is called Biggie, which is going to target like the 12 best safe stocks in the stock market, like AbbVie and stuff like that. And it's going to give you a steady 12% interest rate, which should be steady and you shouldn't lose the NAV. And it's going to be about a $50 stock. I mean, $50 ETF. And you should keep that price and it should pay you a steady 12% monthly. And they're going to start paying in January 2025. So that's the first thing on here because a lot of people did accuse them of being too risky. So they listened to you and this was what they did. Now, also, what was new about Yale Max is that they used to pay once a month. Um, some people can't manage their money once a month, and some people prefer to be paid every week. They didn't make it a weekly, but what they did is they split up the securities to some pays, you know, every week. So they group their securities into a group A, group B, group C, and a group D, and the ones that hold everything, which is why Max pays every week, and the one that holds the Magnificent Seven, I don't remember what's included in Magnificent Seven right now, but that one also pays every week, and that's a weekly payout, and that's like a max I saw was under 30 cents, so that pay you 30 cents every week, and that seems really good to people. So people would prefer to do this, which is less risky than going into any of these securities that's in Group A, B, C, and D. But I'm a risk taker. So this is what I do. So what's in Group A? Here we go down here. I hold the major ones out of each group, which is Tesla, Nivity, Coney, and Misty. Tesla, the underlying security is Tesla, which we know that goes wherever it feels like going, which did pretty well after the new election happened and Trump got into office because Elon Musk is now in charge of some department. I can't remember right now. Um, but he's in charge of fixing stuff in the government, getting rid of all the people they supposedly think are not doing their jobs over there. And uh, he has those new small houses and he has a lot of stuff going on in Tesla. I think you still get a really substantial tax credit for having an electric car, so that always helps them out for Tesla. Then we have Nvidia, which is the microchip king, and they're doing pretty good. Now we have Coney, which is another thing that happened after the election. Coinbase is the underlying security, and Trump backs crypto. So Coinbase did very well after the election. And then Misty, which is halfly built on the Bitcoin price. So Bitcoin almost hit 100,000 this week. I think I saw 98 sometime. I saw it this week. Last week, I mean. Um, I don't remember if it hit 100,000 or not, but if it did, that would be awesome because I do own Bitcoin in Coinbase. So there you go for that. So now I do own the major four. And then also group A, I own Ybit, which is attached to Bitcoin too. And then I own FBY, which is Facebook, which is Meta now. Then I own Myrni, which was Myrna, which was, Moderna for the COVID. I own Plady, which is Planeteer. I own AMDY, which is AMD. I own Netflix, which is underline is Netflix. I owe PYPY, which is the underline is PayPal. And I own Ulti. Ulti is another very volatile, super volatile stock. All it has in it is volatile stocks. Some of them you never even heard of that they hold. And that's what creates the price for it. I own AMZ, which is Amazon. I own Apple, which is Apple. I own AIYY, which is AI, which is a Canadian stock. I don't own that many because you get Canadian tax every time they pay you a dividend. So I only bought one just to keep an eye on it because it's underlying stock. I own SMCY, which is the underlying supercomputer, which had a lot of trouble last 2 weeks for their books, but supposedly they got things under control now and it's going up. So I did own it and I took a loss because I dropped it when it it was tanking, and then I rebought it for a much lower price, and I feel more comfortable holding it now because it's a lot lower than what I paid for before, which is I probably needed a loss anyway because I got paid a lot of dividends and I need an offset. So sometimes you got to do that for offsets sometimes too. Drop the dead weight because it has to counteract how much you get paid for dividends, right? So in that case, let's do full disclosure. I hold 61 securities. I put in about under close to 150,000. My market value is now 132,000. I am not in the green, but I did make this much for the year, right? This is not where it is yet. They included estimates for December, and I didn't reach December yet. But for November, I did do pretty close to this. Um, I don't take out everything. I probably took out 7,000 and reinvested 2,000 because the whole point of dividend stocks is to own more of them to get paid, every month, right? So you wouldn't take everything out because then you'll be, same where you were last time. So the whole point is to make more money and keep increasing your portfolio. So I took out 7,000 and I reinvested about 2,200. Now, what do I own? I can give you full disclosure. It'd be quick, right? So I own all these. I do own other stocks than these ETFs, stuff you use, some things you see other people use, some things you think is going to go up. These are crazy. I didn't buy these much of these because I didn't understand them. If I understood what was going to happen with these, I probably would have bought some more than just two. But anyway, I bought MSTU, which is also the underlying as MSTR, but these are two times leveraged securities here. And you see, I spent $85 for two of them, and now it's 185, so it's up $100. This one is another 2x leverage security from Defiance, and I I bought one for $30, just trying it out, and now it's worth 112. Now, do I wish I bought it for a lot more? Now the price is too high. I wouldn't buy it again right now. But if it goes down, because it's totally linked to MSTR, which is completely volatile, like crazy, it could go down again, and then maybe I'll go in some more. But Misty is my main Yield Max one that's attached to MSTR, and I'm heavy in this. I bought 870 of them, and they say I should make 43,000 from it. Like I paid 33,000, should make 43,000. Isn't that awesome? The dividend rate on this thing is 140%, which is insane. Okay, it's just completely insane. Um, Again, I can show you guys this, but what we want to talk about mainly is the fact that I don't just do this for myself, because what Bluayado Future Gen is about doing future wealth for your family members. So for my family members, I'm like their investment manager. If they come to me and they say, I want to make money too, this is what I do. I'm like, what do you have to start with? You don't have to start with what I have. You don't got to look at this number. What can you do? This is my little niece here. This is what she had available, right? And this is what she makes every month. This is what she's going to make at the end of the year. Can she use this in her family? Yes, of course. Why not? You don't got to do what I do. You just got to try to start. That's what you got to do. Whoever is willing to start in this family, I will help them. My sister, this is what she had. This is what I did for her. Extra $700 a month. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, why not? Right? I got a godson. Now, my godson could ask me for anything. He wants something. What do I have? I have this for him. Whenever he needs toys or whatever, he's a baby, right? His little cars, his little whatever. Call me. That's what godparents are for, right? Back to myself. This is how I live in retirement at under 50, right? And then this I did recently. I saw my money just sitting in my savings account not making anything. I said, you know what? Let me take it out and then re-put it in as it pays out. So I took it all out and I put it here. This is just one savings account. Obviously, I have another one, but I thought that it wasn't doing anything at all. So then I put this back in monthly into it, and then look at the percentage on it. Way more than my 0.5% that I was getting in my savings account. So these are things you can do. I ain't saying you got to help everybody in your family, but anyone who wants to succeed and willing to take a risk, don't put everything in here, right? You always got to have money saved outside for emergencies, especially if you own a property. You could have your AC unit go out, you could have your heating unit go out, you could have your hot water boilers going out, you can have a construction incident where a tree falls down in a storm and you got to pay to cut that tree up and get it removed. It's plenty of things that can happen. Unexpected medical bills, tragedy in the family. You gotta have money saved. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck and just completely stressed out or having a breakdown if they have an emergency. That's not how to live. You got to put yourself on a budget. It's not everything you see and everything you look at you got to buy. I'm personally saying that now because I used to have a very high paycheck, but working in the office, commuting, requires you to spend half of that money, right? I feel like me not working and collecting this money now is like a godsend. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because when you were going to work, you had to pay transportation. Sometimes you left your house super early in the morning, like me. I can't afford a house in the five boroughs. I sure hell cannot live in the city where I work in Manhattan. I live in the suburbs. I'm all the way out in Long Island. So I got to take the LIRR to go to work, which you know what that fare is. It's like $20 or plus one way. Um, then you still might have to take the regular train when you get in to the city to get to your office. And sometimes I was just walking, you had to get your exercise in because I refused to pay again after I paid for the LIR $20 plus one way. So, and then you leave so early, and then you get to work and you had to buy breakfast, and then you had to buy lunch. And sometimes, if you work overtime, you end up eating dinner outside. So, if you did 3 meals outside plus transportation, isn't that like half your paycheck? When were you going to be able to save any money? And then, because you thought you might possibly eat in your house, you did still, on top of that, do grocery shopping because there's other people in your house sometimes. And sometimes you got to eat on the weekend. So you did grocery shopping plus ate out 3 times for the day. Where do you think all your money went? Then we had COVID. And then everybody started working from home, and then everybody started saving money. And then you know what happened? We didn't want to go back to the office. You was trying to find any way not to go in the office. And then they told you 2 days. And then they tried to make it more days and try to get you back on a regular schedule of 5 days a week. And people were resisting. And then if you didn't want to deal with that, like I didn't, I said, you know what? I got enough money that I can leave, and I got a strategy to get out. But that's not everybody, right? You got to deal with your own situations. So this is my situations. This is very risky. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't advise you do what I'm doing. I think investing is equivalent to gambling. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a gamble. And then you gotta have your own thresholds, right? Like I said, I'm down. I'm not in the green. I'm down market value wise. Money wise, probably not. What I got out of it is way more than I'm down. I'm down like 15,000, but I took out probably like at this point I took out 87,000. I still got 1 month to go, right? So you gotta judge yourself, right? And like I said, you can't. This is not a sleeper account. These payments are unpredictable. It all depends on what the managing person for the ETF does, if he makes money or loses money, which equates to your payment. It also goes about how many people are in it because that payment splits up based on how many people hold it, right? So you gotta watch it. Now, let's go back to Yieldmax. If you want to get on the distribution list to get to know what the payment is going to be on the declaration date, because this is the day you can still buy the security and get paid the dividend on Friday. They tell you on Wednesday what these securities are going to pay. You got to hold it before the X date, right? It's 1 day settlement now, in case anybody was sleeping and didn't know. It's T plus one. You need 1 day to settle, right? And then you get paid on Friday. So you know on Wednesday when you're going to get paid, and the distribution is done on Friday, which is awesome. All right, now, how to get on the mailing list. You go to Yieldmax and you go ahead and contact me. Put in all your stuff, put in your email address, and then you would get the email like I do. Get it right in your email box on a Wednesday. This is from Group A from October. And then you'll know exactly what before this comes in about 7. What time this came in? Almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Market doesn't open up till 9:30. You got time to think about which securities you want to buy more of. Because you'll know what they've got to pay. They're going to tell you on Wednesday. You can buy it Wednesday, and then you get paid on Friday. You can't do better than that. Again, Yieldmax is my life. I was just doing this as an introduction. I will be back on Wednesday, guys, because that would be the next declaration date. Again, don't let your family um hold you back, and don't hold other people back when you can help them out. This is about future generational wealth. Let's keep the family together. Let's stick together. Let's help each other out. And if you got family members that you don't think deserve, or like I said, we got people who know who's in their family that's not really doing that much, and don't feel like you got to pull everybody along, but pull the ones along who want to do something. That's all I gotta say. See you guys next week. Oh wait, I got a bonus for you. Wait. The bonus is a special dividend. Amerisafe. Amerisafe. I hold this one. I only got 10 of these. Amerisafe pays a dividend of about 37 cents, but they're gonna have a special dividend. Special dividends are awesome, guys. So here we go. I like dividend.com. Amerisafe is gonna have a special dividend, and they're paying how much here? Okay, they declared it on since October. Whoever bought it back then, probably the price was a lot lower than what it is now. Probably was a lot lower than $58. Probably was around $50 at that point. So you could buy the security before the X date. So 12/5, if 12/5 is a weekday, buy the security before 12/6, 2024, which is about 2 weeks out, and you'll get paid on December 13th, 2024. So this is a special bonus for whoever watched it to the end. It's a special dividend for $3. So on 12/13, for every share you hold, you'll get $3.37. And welcome, Merry Christmas to you. Right? All right. See you guys next time.